don't do the sequencing on every positive specimen.
It's not an easy thing to test exactly which variant it is. It's both expensive and time-consuming.
Catherine Blish, an associate professor of medicine at Stanford, says the U.S. lags in identifying variants.
I do want to stress that variants happen. This is what viruses do. And the more infections there are, the more opportunities the virus has to generate new variants.
Which is why experts today emphasize the need for vaccinations and doubling down efforts on mask wearing and hand washing.
And without reproducing, the virus can't produce mutants. So the way to combat these mutants, these variants, is to get vaccinated and not get infected.
And Santa Clara County has had many firsts in this pandemic. We had the first death in the U.S. We sheltered in place first, and now this. Ken?
Maria Medina reporting live. Thank you, Maria.
See? So, we could be right back on a lockdown sooner rather than later. And starting next week, what's today, the 11th? So, 12, 13, 14. Next Monday in particular, here in California, there's going to be boots on the ground delivering the vaccine. Right as this new variant is now allegedly sweeping the country. So it's plain what's going on. It's plain what's going on. This is the book of Proverbs 10 and 15. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. That's right, man. And this is what's happening. The destruction of the poor. And you got a lot of even commoners talking about how there's no more middle class. You're either making like 150,000 and up, or you're making 45,000 and down. And there's a growing underclass, which are people who aren't even able to participate in the legal economy. That's why a lot more houses getting hit. That's why there's a lot more check cashing schemes, drug dealing. Oh, you got a lot of people that are making their way up to Oregon. And because Oregon, all drugs have been decriminalized, so that's a drug dealer's dream right there. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 34. Yep, verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. Right, and Esau is a man of blood. And this is a controlled economic demolition, ultimately by the Heavenly Father and His Son, who have used the so-called white man to do their bidding on the left-hand side. So ultimately, who's responsible is the Heavenly Father and His Son. But who's actually going to pay because of these things? These damn devils. Because they're the ones who are actually carrying it out. And they're doing it out of the maliciousness of their heart. They don't even know. See, a lot of these devils, they don't really lay to heart that the Heavenly Father is the one that's controlling them, because they're so proud. And Esau, he's a proud man, and he says that there is no God. So even in Esau's rebellion, he's actually being obedient to the will of the Heavenly Father. See how beautiful our power is? So the bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood, right? And the Heavenly Father is allowing these people to be defrauded because they ain't right no way. Two birds, one stone, as the old saying goes. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, right? And that's what Esau's doing, taking away his neighbor's living. Because you got a lot of these people, they're not getting any PPE loans. They're not getting any assistance. You got millionaires. They're getting loans. Meanwhile, you got small business owners, such as myself, that can't even get no loan. But I ain't tripping no way, you know. But you got a lot of people that they're hanging on it, man. They hanging on the hope of aid. And a lot of these people, they didn't have to go under. So he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. That's right. And Esau, he is a man of blood. All right. And more and more you people, you're going to get cast down. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And best believe the keepers of the house, behind the scenes, these quote-unquote elites of Esau, they're trembling. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And each week has been, at least 700,000. I think the lowest amount was maybe, 720? Because the dude said the lowest number was in November. So I think October, November, it was hovering around 715, 720, 730, around there. And then it damn near hit a mill a few weeks ago. But now with the reopening, California not being fully reopened, but for the most part being on the purple tier, you got dance studios that are open. You got certain gyms, like outdoor gyms that are open. Now they got these churches that are open. But guess what? Right around the corner is another looming lockdown because of this new variant. Or they could just declare martial law because of something else. So the grinding is going to completely cease at that point. Like I said, 6 million and another 6-7 million. You compile all of that, which I'm not gonna do it fully. Just speaking in general, just trying to estimate. I should say, just estimating. It's got to be around minimally 60 people that have filed for unemployment, and I'm thinking it's more. I say between 60 and 80 million. And a lot of these people, they just gave up. See, a lot of these people you see on the streets, they had jobs about a year ago, good paying jobs. Now they're in some damn opioid den in San Francisco, bugging out. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. That's right, because these people in general have a very pessimistic view of the future. And rightfully so. There ain't nothing but death and destruction coming for you wicked ass people. Isaiah 24 and 8. The mirth of Tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth. And you see that. These people are very depressed in general. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Now, what's drinking wine with a song? You go into a bar, you go into a club. You can't do that. Not inside, at least. The city of confusion, a lot of these bars are shut down now. In Midtown Manhattan, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's where Times Square is. That's prime real estate. That's probably the most popping area in Babylon. This guy couldn't even sell 2 bars for $1 million. That's crazy, and he was willing to accept Bitcoin. He trying to work with people, but that just goes to show the level of deterioration America has established in this last year. For you to not be able to sell 2 bars in Midtown Manhattan, you can easily sell a drink for $20 out there, $15, $20, and people won't blink at it. Or because that's a very transient area. You got a lot of business people going in and out of there. It's a lot of disposable income. But now what's happening? Even the New York Stock Exchange, they're thinking about exiting New York. How is the New York Stock Exchange going to leave New York? You go to all these different hedge fund managers, different banks. They getting out of Dodge, as the saying goes. They're getting out of New York. And you got certain people, they drive through there and they just document how it's pretty much a ghost town. Got nothing but walking demons out there. Yeah, no one is renting. Because of what? Those that look out of the windows being darkened, meaning they don't see no light at the end of the tunnel, so you don't want to make that commitment. Okay, yeah, it's available for indoor eating, I believe, starting on Sunday out there in New York. That devil Bill de Blasio, he made a decree. Well, I don't know if it was de Blasio, who was the mayor, or Cuomo, who was the governor, but they said, yeah, well, you can start eating indoors, if I'm not mistaken, on Valentine's Day. But who's to say it don't get taken back? It don't get restricted again. Talking about the city. Now you're stuck with the bag. And those leases, they ain't month-to-month leases. You gotta commit for a long period of time. So people are hesitant. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right? So this place is broken down. The city of confusion. America literally means land of confusion. When we go into its biblical name, which is Babylon. America, as it's known to you people, means bitter. All right, and this is a bitter place. But you know what? We have joy. We have joy because we have the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai. All right, we're ecstatic. We're grateful, to be alive during this time. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. That's right. So the mirth of the land is gone. Why? Because you don't have any disposable income anymore. A lot of you people, you're sitting in lines for 2-3 hours to get food. And then when you get to the house, you might get robbed. Or you got porch pirates everywhere. Hey, so this place is deteriorating into a third and really a fourth world country. And the Wadi Habashi Shah for that. So I'm going to go ahead and end there through the Spirit. I pray that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. All the praise, honor, and glory goes unto Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Adawan Ratazah. The Spirit don't hit me to do another lesson. I'll be out on highways and hedges in a few hours. Till next time, Shalom.